Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the central skull base foramina and the nerves that go through them. I'm pretty excited about this subject because I think it's helpful not only for medical students but residents of all subspecialties and especially radiology residents. The main thing is to have in mind that these foramens have a name and some of it might help you recognize what's going through them, and knowing the structures you're going to know why they're important. The one I start with is usually the mandibular nerve or the foramen ovale. So you can see we're going to focus on the left side more, but you can see on the right this is the foramen ovale, how it looks without the mandibular nerve. And let's also look on the left side. We have the trigeminal nerve, and we're going to see that it has 3 divisions, and every single division goes to a different foramen. So that makes it a little bit hard, but I have some mnemonics for you guys that might help you remember these. And let's start. We're going to start from the third one. We're going to go to the second one and then to the first division of the trigeminal nerve, just to get it out of the way. And as you know, the mandibular nerve goes to the foramen ovale. And ovale, I think, of the Oval Office. And the president is in the Oval Office. So the president is the man, right? So he's the man in charge. So that's how you remember mandibular nerve is going to be the one going through the ovale one. And then you move to the maxillary nerve, and that one's going to be going through the rotundum, foramen rotundum, that you see it here on the right a little bit better. So rotundum comes from the Latin word rotundus, and rotundus we know it can mean round, and that's pretty obvious, but round really doesn't help us. But it also means kind of like an easy victory, can be used as rotundus. And that type of victory, if a victory was easy and fast, then it's the maximum victory you can get. So that's how I remember that the maxillary nerve is going to be going through the foramen rotundum. There was no doubt that was a great victory, so it goes to the maxillary nerve. And that's how you remember that one. That's going to be the second division of the trigeminal. Then we move on to the superior orbital fissure. And this one, although it has a lot of contents, I think it's pretty easy because we have 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we can just count from 3 to 6 and we know what nerves are going to be passing through the superior orbital fissure. However, just remember that you only have the first division of the trigeminal nerve, which is the cranial nerve number 5. And the 2 easy ones that are here on the top, so we have the optic nerve going through the optic canal, and here we have the olfactory nerve, and it's going to the cribriform plate. So that's one that, although we don't see fully on the image, we know that that's one that's pretty easy to remember. So what's left? So we're left with this foramen spinosum, and foramen spinosum, we have the middle meningeal artery going through the foramen spinosum, and it's important because this artery is going to be prone to injury on trauma, and it's going to cause an epidural hematoma most of the time. So that's why we need to know about that one. Talking about arteries, we must not forget about the internal carotid artery that passes through the foramen lacerum, and in this area it's also prone to injury in this area. We have now the posterior part that we see 2 nerves coming here. So what do we have left? We have left 7 and 8, and those are exactly the ones that are going to be coming here, and this is going to be the internal auditory meatus. And we move down here, we can see there's a larger structure that probably goes here as far as the vessel, so this is going to be the jugular foramen. What goes through the jugular foramen? We just need to know that's going to be the glossopharyngeal nerve, so 9, 10, and 11. So 10 is going to be the vagus, and 11 is going to be the accessory nerve. So we have 9, 10, and 11 going through the jugular foramen. And we know we have 12 cranial nerves and we're missing one, so what's that going to be? That's going to be the hypoglossal nerve, and we see it here going through the hypoglossal foramen. And with that, we have covered all the foramens and the more important structures that go through them. If you have any questions or any suggestions, feel free to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.